Yo, welcome back to the Strivers Podcast. We have a new episode for you today, but before we hop into it, we got a new sponsor to the channel. So Josh, how about you introduce it to them?
SBR Sports got in contact with us, and they sent us a package. We're going to open it up right now.
All right, let's do the unboxing. Eitan, do the honors. Okay. Check it out.
Oh my God. Yo, put that hat on. Hats for the
We got some new hats.
Hats for the whole squad.
Hats for the team. Try swim product.
Yo, put it on. Hey, screw this hat.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm already feeling faster in the water. Try swim, SBR Sports.
Anniversary.
Let's see it.
Got these shirts.
SBR Sports. Let's open up the splash box.
Oh!
If you're a swimmer, you need this gear. This gear is gonna help you go in the water, feel clean after a big day at the pool. We got lotion, we got body wash, we got conditioner, we got shampoo for you to feel clean after the pool.
What do we got over here? Another care box?
Same thing.
Wow.
Guys,
Should open the
listen to
third
us
splash
first.
box?
If you want to feel good in the water, you want to get your swimming up, you want to feel fresh, you want to feel clean, go on to SBR Sports and buy some Try Swim product.
Wow.
We're Strivers Podcast, and enjoy the video.
Welcome back to Strivers Podcast. Taya, co-host Nash,
Nash Rubin here. With
and we're
Eitan.
joined with.
Logananne Zielinski.
And,
All right, Logan, tell us about yourself. What do you do?
I'm a swimmer, big swimmer. That's kind of like my main thing, you know.
Very
But,
cool. Very
yeah.
cool. What's your swim?
I usually do sprint freestyle, which is like 50, 100s. I was throwing like butterfly sometimes. I'm still working on it, but yeah. So
Now, when it comes to swimming, we know you're always in the pool, chlorine, drying out the skin. So you have any like skincare routine for swimming?
like specifically swimming, not specifically, but you know, it's pretty. I do have a good regimen just to
Alright,
keep my
well.
skin, you know, not dry.
Well, today we
Look
are
under your
sponsored.
chair.
Peek under my chair.
We
Under
are
your
sponsored by Try Swim,
Oh.
and you may not have a skincare routine now for swimming, but now you do. Now you do, because now you have the Splash Box by Try Swim, and
Ooh, I
this
like
is for
that.
you. You can open it up. You got shampoo, conditioner, lotions, all that, all to enhance your after workout.
I've actually used this before.
Yeah,
I
do you
really
like it?
this. Yeah, it does actually work really well.
That's great.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I
Yeah.
actually really needed this.
SBR Sports sent it to us. You guys can all get it on SBR Sports. Get yourself a splash box, and you'll be set after every swim you have, every swim meet. And we're happy to give it to you.
This
And you-
works really well.
Yeah?
I use this all the time actually.
Tell the audience. The audience
What
needs
is
to
it?
hear it.
It's anti-fog towelettes for your goggles because my goggles fog up every like 2 minutes. I have to take them off and start doing it. So I've actually used these, especially for open water that I've been doing recently, where it's like an hour long. It's definitely like a need. So I use this all the time.
You guys heard it here first. Get yourself some of this product.
What else you got in the box? We need a rundown.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Want to turn it? A good amount of stuff.
Which one have you? So you've used like.
I've used this before because I used to do triathlons, and just like the running, the biking, and all of that. There's a lot of like like just like friction. So a lot of people use like these kind of sprays and stuff. And so I've used it before. Shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and a lotion.
Perfect.
Ooh, I'm definitely using this tomorrow morning.
Awesome.
I'm definitely gonna try this
You guys
out.
heard it here. Go on SBR Sports, get some of this product, and you guys will be just like this committed swimmer over here using this product. So if you want to be committed and be like her, you got to use some of this product and get in the water.
Get yourself a splash box.
Get yourself a splash box. Well, I guess that could be a perfect segue. I guess talking about
Splash
commitment.
box? Oh yeah, I committed back in November. I committed the day of signing day.
Now, where did you commit to again?
I committed to the University of Delaware in Newark, Delaware.
All right, that's
So-
pretty cool.
Very nice. So what made it so why Delaware?
It was a combination of a lot of things. Let me put this over here. It was a combination of a lot of things. Just like the feeling of it, like how I felt with the team, how they do conference wise, But I think definitely the biggest thing was like team culture. When I went there, I automatically just felt like, this is my family and I'm cannot wait. I've already met my roommates and stuff. And so, yeah.
Now,
Felt part of the team already.
when it comes to the recruiting process for swimming, what's involved in the recruiting process? What are the coaches looking for in looking for that athlete?
I think they're looking mostly for one, obviously like a good teammate. A lot of the times when you go on recruiting trips, the coach will ask like the team, "Hey, did you like this person?" Like I think team culture is definitely like a super super big thing. But they also like swimming wise, they look for consistency with times. That's like the biggest thing. Like if you're consistently dropping time, I think is like one of the biggest things too. So yeah.
Now you go to St. Andrews, a top swimming high school in the state. Has that enhanced, your recruiting process going to a really good high school for swim?
Yeah, definitely. The head coach, Sid Cassidy, is very known in the swimming world. I would say most of the college coaches that I've talked to, whenever I mention Sid Cassidy, like, oh, I know Sid from something. So just having that and having that kind of connection has really helped me. And my coaches have also helped me a lot with like choosing, which school would be the best fit for me athletically and just like in general.
And you mentioned that you transferred to St. Andrews 2 years ago?
Yeah, so I transferred my sophomore year was my first year at St. Andrews when I first met Nash. So, but yeah.
So where'd you come from and why'd you make the transfer?
I went to the King's Academy from sixth grade to ninth grade. It was definitely, it has its ups and downs. Like I'm still friends with a lot of people that go there. It just wasn't the best fit for me. I remember my mom first mentioning, going to St. Andrews. I remember it so specifically because in my head I was like, that's crazy. Like that's our rival school. Like you can't do that. But then I remember I visited once and it was just like, I just had to go. I loved it so much and I still do.
Now, I guess let's throw it back to the beginning. So where did your swimming career start? What enhanced your decision? Okay, I want to pursue a career in swimming.
Oh my
Where did it all
gosh.
begin?
So I started swimming, I'm 18 now, 11, 12 years ago. So it's been a long time. I've done other sports. I did diving, which I'm not really built for diving. So it was kind of like, no. I did dance. I did soccer a lot too. But I just think that swimming really like came into play in my life more as I got older and older and I started to like it a lot more than all the other sports and I was definitely built for it. I think I've always been super like big and strong my entire life and so my parents threw me into swimming and ever since then it's just been like my thing. So
Now, do you come from like a swimming family? Like, were your parents swimmers? Or are you like the
no,
first swimmer of the
I am
family?
actually all my family plays different sports. So my mom was a really, really good gymnast. She almost went to the Olympics for gymnastics. Like she was really good. And then my dad played volleyball in college, and that's always been his thing too. I did volleyball. I tried volleyball, but it was not my thing.
Swimming's where it's at.
Yeah, so I do swimming, and then my brother plays lacrosse. So it's like all different. Yeah.
Now, I've heard there's been some pretty intense, like swimming is very intense. So what comes with the rhetoric of training? What does your athletic schedule look like?
Like my day-to-day kind of
Yeah,
thing.
kind of like a day to day, and then maybe like when you get into season, how does the swim season look like?
So swim season is for club, it's year round. We don't have like a specific swim season for varsity. Like I'd say my high school schedule, since I live far away, I have to wake up at 3:50.
In the morning?
I wake up at 3:50
What time do you go to bed?
as soon as I can, I'd say.
Wow.
Sometimes it depends on what time I get off work and what time I get home from my after school practice,
It's
but
crazy.
every Monday, Wednesday, Friday I wake up at like 3:50.
Wow.
It's
I have a
insane.
very like specific regimen
What
that I
about what
follow.
about homework?
That's like midday. I use all my free periods so religiously. Like I will not talk to anyone. That's when I have to get my work done, you know?
Totally,
It's
totally.
insane.
Yeah.
So you wake up at 3:50, and then where do you go from there?
So it's so specific. I've done it for the past 3 years now. I wake up at 3:50. I stretch for about 5 to 10 minutes. Like I give myself that period of time. So I don't actually really get up until 4.
Totally.
And then I leave my house at around 4:25 to 4:30 ish. I make my drive. At that time, it's probably like 35 to 40 minutes since there's no one, awake at that time. It's not as much traffic. And then my practice will start at 5:30 in the morning, so I have some time to stretch and stuff because I can't get there at 5:30, obviously. And then I usually swim till like 7:15ish, go to school, and then we'll have swim again at like 3:30 to 5, and we get out and do a workout. And during water polo season, I'd do the workout and then go back in the pool, which was tough for a while, but thank God that's over.
So you do swim and water polo at the same time?
Yeah, during that season, that's more of like my second sport because it's not really like, it wasn't really my thing, but it was fun doing it. But
Yeah, totally.
What is water polo? I got no clue.
water polo, you don't know what water polo is?
I
guess
heard
it's
of it.
not that big of like a thing.
I guess give it a little.
It's not like
You know
an
what
East
water polo
Coast
is?
thing.
I know a bit about water polo.
It's a big West Coast thing, like
Oh, yeah, no.
California. It's not really like an East Coast thing.
I've never left Florida. I've been here my whole life.
Like, I think the best way I can explain it is like almost like basketball, but in the water. It's so hard. It's so unbelievably hard. Like, I give so much credit to water polo players because I do it for fun, but I'm just like, I could never do this.
No, yeah, I've seen water polo go down. It's
Does it get
horrible.
intense?
an intense
So
sport,
horrible.
man. There's drowning in it,
So,
right?
I have so much scars like all over my arms and legs from it.
Is it like football in the water? Cause you said like basketball, but like
Yeah.
scars.
It's like from just like people scratching you. I get kicked a lot, punched in the face. Like,
Dislocated
Dude.
kneecaps, like all that.
oh
Man.
yeah.
Some crazy stuff out there
I
in the
don't
water
like.
polo.
I'm just like, don't touch me. I don't like water polo
I guess that's
that
what's
much.
kind of good about swimming. It's your like individual,
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
individual sport. So like, what goes down in practice?
Like our practice.
Yeah.
It
How does the practice
differs every time. So Monday mornings are usually more like aerobic, long distance stuff, which is kind of hard, but I like it sometimes. Monday afternoon is like kind of the same thing. Tuesdays, I'd say like aerobic stroke, which is not anything but freestyle, which is not my day. Yeah. And then Wednesday is usually recovery. But in the morning, it differs between IM and sprint work training, which was usually my thing. And then Thursday is a little bit less aerobic, but still every other stroke. And then Friday is either sprint or IM again. And then Saturday is like our race day. Like we always do stuff off the blocks on Saturdays and stuff. Yeah.
Saturdays is against your own teammates or like
Yeah.
or is like a tournament?
It's just practicing different races. So, well, this past weekend I was doing open water training, and so I wasn't in the pool, I was in the ocean. And so I didn't
With your school team?
It was with our club team, but it was with some of the people who were going to do the open water championships later in May. And so I was doing that this weekend. But usually it's like just a few races off the blocks, nothing like crazy. So,
Nah.
What is your best swim? Sorry.
And my best event, it jumps between the 50 free and the 100 free. That's usually like what I do, but I think at Delaware they might make me a mid-distance swimmer, like 200s, which I don't know. I kind of hope not, but we'll see. So, but yeah,
Now, how different is it, swimming in the ocean compared to swimming in a pool?
it's a lot different. It's
Yeah.
a lot different. I did it for fun. Like starting off, it's definitely a lot different. I did it in a lake for my qualifying meet about like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it's kind of better. You don't have to worry about like sharks and jellyfish. My biggest fear is jellyfish. It scares
You
the
get
crap
like
out of
stung
me.
when you're swimming? Or no?
Yeah, I accidentally hit one. It's like on like my side. I accidentally hit one this weekend.
The Man of Wars,
Swimming.
they got you out there.
That's my biggest fear. I haven't run into one yet swimming in the ocean, but it's like in the back of my head all
Man,
the
Eitan and
time.
I both surf, and I've gotten a Man of War sting one time.
I don't
and-
surf. I went surfing yesterday.
All right.
I'm
Well,
surfing. I
you're
went
working on
yesterday.
it. You're working on it. You're working on
We'll
it.
get there.
But no, I've gotten the Man of War sting, and it's no
Oh, those
joke.
are
they're
the big
nasty.
like yellow ones that you see?
It's the big like blue ones.
No, they have like the
Oh.
blue head on it.
I remember those.
They
I remember
wash
I was-
up on shore.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, I was with my brother, like in the ocean, we were kayaking. And like he flipped the kayak and like he fell on one, like his whole side was like
That's like my biggest nightmare. I'm not too afraid of sharks. I think I'm more afraid of jellyfish than I am sharks.
because once sharks will just swim away from you.
They don't want to be around
exactly.
you, yeah. And in open water, you can have shark deterrents on your ankles. I need to get one. But
Smart. That's smart.
so I hate jellyfish so much. They scare the crap out of me all the
Definitely something
time.
you don't have to worry about when you're swimming in a pool.
No,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
So what have you say has been like the biggest roadblock in your journey of becoming, this great swimmer that you are? Has there been any, hurdles that have been in your way that have stopped you from maybe achieving this journey, or any just big things that have affected you?
I would say like the biggest roadblock for me was just like mental challenges. That's like the most reoccurring one. But my biggest like physical one was definitely my appendicitis, that whole thing that went down like 2 years ago. I remember you helping me a lot when
Yeah.
that was going down. Yeah, it was that. I think that was definitely my biggest physical block. So yeah.
So what would you say to like the audience that may be dealing with some troubles in the swim world that are trying to get to this level of where you're committed? What would you say has helped you, just overcome these obstacles in the way?
I think the biggest one that swimmers especially face is just mental blocks. I remember for a long time, I was just having these horrible mental blocks of like, I don't know if I could do this. Like, it's because swimming is very, very grueling and it's a very, very hard sport. And I remember specifically, I kind of got to that point where I was like, do I really want to do this? Like, it's so hard and it's so hard to drop. You get to a certain point where it's just so hard to drop time. But I remember this article coming out about Caleb Dressel, who was one of like the top swimmers, him talking about his mental health. He took a long break. And I remember he released like something from his diary and he was talking about how much he just hated swimming and it was so hard. And I think that kind of flicked like a switch in my head of like seeing this person who is at such a high level also feeling the same way that I was feeling, but being able to push through it. And so I think the biggest thing is kind of looking for a goal and keeping that goal. And I think that's what's helped me the most is making goals and knowing that you can like overcome, everything that you're facing in your head. So yeah.
So what are a few of your goals,
My goals, I'd say a lot of them right
present,
now are
future?
like time goals. Like obviously I want to do better. I don't have any specific meets. I have to get into college swimming to just kind of see how everything plays. I think definitely going to conference, maybe NCAA's will be, one of my goals, but I have to see. Right now they're all just like time goals in my locker. So, yeah.
All right, so usually a lot of athletes have a game meal. So what's your pre-meal before a swim meet?
Pre-meal. So in swimming, you have to do carb overloads like the day before.
Oh yeah, same with running. I know about that.
Yeah, it's like you just eat so many carbs. I usually don't eat a lot of carbs because most of the time I can't eat gluten for the most part. But so I'll eat a lot of pasta the night before and a lot of protein. And then the day of, I really don't eat that much. I only really eat fruit and honey like before my race. That's like all I'll
Stay light.
eat. Yeah. So
So have there been any really big influences in your career? Any, big swimmers in the swim world that you look up to and aspire to be like?
I wouldn't say anyone super high level. I look more towards like my teammates, especially Aspen Gersper. She's like I look up to her so much and like I love her to death. She's like one of my best friends and I've known her for so long. I used to swim against her when I went to Kings. And she's ridiculous in swimming and she definitely pushes me a lot and she'll be very real with you, which I respect a lot. And so I always looked up to her a lot. I love her. Yeah.
So those swim meets they're pretty competitive. A lot of tension when you go to those. Like,
Yeah.
can you break it down for us a little bit? Because
A lot.
we haven't really been to any swim meets, so.
Yeah, it's definitely not right now a sport that a lot of people go to watch. It's becoming a lot more of a known sport. It is kind of hard to watch like smaller swim meets, but definitely like the bigger ones, like the Olympics, are so much fun to watch. But being in a high level one, like my highest one I'll go to is nationals, usually in Orlando or Indianapolis. I don't think I'm gonna go this year because I've been there for 3 years and I just kind of want to get ready for college. And so I went to Orlando in March to do my last NCSAs, which is the junior nationals for swimming. It's definitely very tense especially a lot of people like me, I'll get very,
Nervous maybe.
yeah, I get super, like, I'll start breaking out in rashes. Like, like, it kind of gets to you, you know, and it's something that you have to learn to control. And usually I'll start to, lock in. Like, I'll start to not talk to anyone. I'll get very,
Maybe put on your headphones, listen to music.
like, that picture of Michael Phelps, like the mad one with, like,
Yeah.
that's kind of like how we all get for the most part, is you really got to focus in. Yeah.
What's your pregame song?
I was scared
Freestyle
you were
by Lil
gonna ask
Baby.
this. Oh my God.
Do you have any like
I don't really have like a specific song. It's
any
really,
genre? Like a house music type person or
yeah, I think it's
One
definitely because
Direction.
I'll just turn on like Sirius XM.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Hey,
that's
send
really
it.
what I turn on to my headphones when I go to do it. I don't know. I just,
Whatever's cooking on shuffle.
yeah, exactly. Just whatever's there
Behind
playing.
that.
Yeah. It's kind of like more calm me down than anything, I
Yeah.
think. I'm one of those people, like some people will play like super hard, like, music.
Yeah, that's why I'm for games.
Yeah, but I think like sometimes maybe it just depends on my mood. Because sometimes I have caught myself doing that, but for the most part, it's just me trying to calm
Calm
myself
the
down.
nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was definitely playing like a much higher level where you need to like take a step back,
Yeah, and
refocus.
it's just, like it's such a different sport. Like it's so hard. It
Hmm.
really is. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you ever meditate before like a competition to like do stuff like that?
I actually do. I actually have been trying to more. I do a lot kind of before practice. I'm starting to like. I remember hearing about that quarterback. I don't remember his name. He always meditates before his games.
Hmm.
The Michigan one.
Tom Brady.
No,
Oh,
he's younger. He's in
oh.
college.
Oh,
McCarthy.
I know what you're talking about the really sexy guy.
Oh, JJ McCarthy?
Yeah, I think it was him. I don't
The guy
remember.
with the beard and like his hair's all the way back.
The one from Notre Dame.
No, the guy I'm thinking I think it's Michigan. I could
think-
be wrong. I don't know football like
I think
that.
Aaron Rodgers is kind of like that too. Maybe like that.
Aaron Rodgers is
A lot
mad
of people do
spiritual.
it. That's what my coach also is like very much into that. But my mom does yoga, and so she's always like, "Just gotta calm down." But I've really caught myself like before practice now too, just like closing my eyes and being like kind of focusing and like seeing what I want to do, like visualization kind of thing. So yeah.
Would you say that it's so challenging because it's I guess like kind of like you versus like the clock
Yeah.
versus you versus other people?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it is you versus other people, but most of the time it is just you versus the clock. And especially in the events that I swim, it's very hard to drop time. Like it all comes down to like points of a hundredths of a second. Like I out touched a girl at states from bowls by 0.01 of a second, which is like I don't think there's anything in nature that's that like fast. Like that's shorter than like my fingertip.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just so you have to do everything perfect, or else if it's not perfect, then you don't have a chance
Yeah,
of
could be it.
doing it. So it's definitely hard. Yeah.
Has there ever been something like that's been like ultimately game changing for you to, shiver cut off time on the clock? Like
What do you
what has
mean?
helped
Like,
you like, cut down the seconds so you get faster?
definitely just technique work over time. Still like continual large amounts of training, but yeah, it just comes down to like how much you train and how much time you really put into it. Because consistency is such a key to it, which like I'll admit I'm not the most consistent person sometimes, but it's something that I've kind of been working on a lot. So
And I think, do you ever have like did you ever have like a breakthrough moment in like your swimming career where you're like, I got this and like this is how like things need to be done?
I think one of like when you say that, I think of one point. I remember it was States 2 years ago. I had to do a swim off, so it was just me and one other girl in front of everyone for like the eighth place spot to go into the finals. I ended up winning, thank God. But it was definitely like a moment of like I need to do this, and then once I did it, it was kind of like a switch of I can do this. Like it was the most horrifying thing. I remember touching the wall and being like I never want to do that again. Like it's so anxiety inducing, but I think once I finished it, I knew like I can do this, and that's something that's kind of hard to realize sometimes is that you can do it. You can do hard things. So
So as a high school swimmer, I understand like going to college is definitely a big step. What are the next, steps after college? Where do you have any plans on where you aspire to go to in the swim world or, you
Um,
know,
Honestly, I think college is really where it stops. Obviously, I'll do it like for exercise, but I'm not really aiming to go to I'm not really aiming to go to like the Olympics or anything. It more just opened the door to be able to go to college, like get money to go to college. That's another big reason I picked Delaware is because they helped me a lot
A good
financially.
university.
Yeah, and it's a good school
Yep.
too.
Swimming open doors for you.
Yeah,
Basically,
basically.
yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
What are you most excited for about college besides like the swimming part? Like,
College, I think getting to experience somewhere new. I was just texting one of my teammates that I'm going to Delaware with. He was like, "Why the hell are you going to Delaware from Florida?" He was like, "I'd kill to be in Florida." I'm excited to experience something different. I was born in Miami and I've lived in Jupiter like my entire life. So I've never been anywhere else. I think I'm really excited to go away and, experience like new things.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like with my decision because I chose like I'm staying in state. I'm going to Florida State.
Okay.
I feel like it was like I've been for my whole life. Also, I was like I feel like it's like it's a little bit more different.
Yeah, it's a little different
You know,
up
it's
there.
like it's up there in the Panhandle. So I was like,
Northern Florida is way different
It's a
from
different
South
world.
Florida.
Yeah, it is a different world up there.
I don't travel, but I went up there to visit and like it was different. But like I don't know what the
Yeah.
life is like yet.
I remember I was visiting my mom in Jacksonville and I was like, this is not Florida. It's not Florida at all. So, yeah.
Never been to Jacksonville. What's it like?
Feels like Georgia.
Actually,
Yeah.
Like I woke up, I thought I was in Georgia. It doesn't feel like Florida at all. So,
did you swim up there? Oh, wait, I have a good question.
uh-oh.
What's the most exotic place you ever swam in? Like, there's gotta be one where like that's like the best swim of my life, location wise.
Even if it's on vacation too, like you're just
Vacation
like,
counts.
okay,
Vacation
this
swims
water,
count.
this water hits.
No, but it has to be like real, like you were practicing swimming, like in an exotic location.
Exotic. I haven't really like been that many places. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Where's like the best place you've swam at?
The best pool I've swam at.
Yeah.
St. Andrews.
Oh, jeez. They do have a good pool. I'm not gonna lie. They do have a really nice pool.
Does the pool affect how you swim?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, a lot. And like how hot it is, how cool it is, it really depends, and how like the gutters are in the pool. For me personally, really depends. The pool in Orlando, because all the walls are metal, so when you turn, you just slip. Like, it's all like these little things that really like make up a good pool. But I don't know like the best pool.
You never
I've
just hopped in a
swam
pool and you're like, okay, this one.
You
this
know
one's
This
it.
is it?
sometimes. Sometimes you do know. Like the pool in Stewart, that one I always do really well in. And the one in Orlando I rarely do well in. So it's like, I think there is like a little bit. I don't know what. I actually don't know what's the best pool I've ever swam in.
Interesting.
So
Guess like home pool advantage.
I guess most exotic place would probably just be in the ocean.
Here,
Yeah.
we do live in a pretty exotic location.
I mean, I'm supposed to do an open water race in Key West, like around the island of Key West,
Wow.
which I wouldn't
That's
do it
good.
The
alone.
whole
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah. Well, I'd do it with one other person because I
Okay.
I don't think I can swim for 6 hours. I'm not like
It's
built
it's
like
straight
that.
6 hours.
It's 6 hours. It would take you like 6 or 7 hours to do.
So you're doing like 3 and they're doing 3?
Yeah, it would be like on and off thing. It's
Okay.
something I really want to
They have
do.
like a boat following. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
That's a lot of swim.
I know, but my partner's kind of chickening out on me.
I've
Connor.
heard there's been a lot of orcas in the water there too. You hear about that? Orcas that have been,
No.
Yeah, there's been orcas in Key West.
I might have to
God.
rethink.
Yeah.
I might have to
There's been some
rethink
orcas
that.
in Key West.
July. No, there's not. There's no orcas in
It
Key
was
West.
some crazy thing. Like there's been
No.
orca spottings there.
I know. I've heard of
They're
like
probably
great
gone, though.
white shark
I've- yeah.
spottings. I don't know about.
We've had a few of those here in the recent years.
Oh, now this actually make me rethink that. That's
Nah,
actually
yeah,
really
they
scary.
won't.
No,
they'll be
but
fine.
I'd be more like closer to the coast. I wouldn't be like
Yeah.
super far. There is one that goes like out to one of the lighthouses. I don't think I could do
Hey,
that.
there's been some like crazy swimmers in history that have done like really long distance swims. I've heard of people swimming in like Antarctica.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
insane.
not my thing. That's doing
No,
open water
You don't
in
aspire to
general.
go do any of those like
Um,
crazy exotic swims.
I sometimes actually think about it, like how cool it would be to swim, like there's a woman that swam to Cuba from Key West. Obviously, I don't think,
don't want to, but
but
like if I were
but
to,
yeah, like how would that be? Like that's a lot. That's
a
90
long
miles of
time.
swimming. That's different
What's like the
level.
longest distance you've ever done?
Consecutively, like I've done 5K open waters
Mhm.
recently. So I think that's the longest like race that I've done.
we said it was also like the hardest physically at least.
Um, it's definitely hard in the aspect of like you really have to
Stamina.
have like crazy stamina, which I'm working on it. I'm not the most aerobic person. That's why I swim like sprint freestyle instead of distance. Um, but I'm working on it. It's definitely enjoyable though, especially when I'm not doing it like competitively. It's actually kind of enjoyable to just swim for whatever. Yeah, exercise. Yeah.
So I guess as we close off a little bit, so what do you have to say to the audience, just watching on just swimming and in general and what they should do, maybe just help out their careers? Like what advice would you give to the, swimmer aspiring to be like you?
Um, I would just say perseverance and just continual consistency through it, even though it's can at times be super, super hard. You just have to look more towards like the future and why you're doing it. And I think that's like the most successful way for you to improve and stuff. For me personally, that's how I see it. I'm still working on it. Like it's super, super hard and no one's perfect, but it's definitely like that's the end goal, just staying consistent and you'll get there from that. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie. Every time I
Hopefully,
go to
Oh wait, I have
watch it,
another
I can never
question.
find
hopefully
it.
Bruins.
Okay.
Is there like trash talking like competitiveness between like other swimmers?
Ooh.
Because I've been watching like the last series, the Suns and like the Timberwolves series, and like they get into it.
Definitely like deeper into swimming, you can see it. Like if you're like an outside person kind of looking at it, it's kind of hard to like find it, but it's definitely there a little bit, especially with like the men's NCAA teams. Like I think there is like a little bit, but there's not a lot of like fighting in swimming. Obviously, it's not that like
Physical.
no, it's not that physical at all. So, but I think there is a little bit
A
like
little bit of trash
between
talk.
a little bit, yeah,
I'm a fiend for
sometimes.
some trash talk. I love it. I live for it.
Bruins in 7 though. Bruins in 7. Hockey.
I'll watch hockey.
Bruins in 7.
I watch football because it's once a week. That's all I have to follow. It's very simple, very easy process.
I want to start watching hockey. It looks actually really
I hear
interesting.
hockey's like the most exciting sport to watch. Is that
Yeah,
true?
it's good.
I know. I
I
want
saw
to
the
watch
clip on
it.
Instagram the other day where like the whole team, like all of them drop gloves and they're just like swinging on each other.
Like it's good.
It
You
looks
guys gotta
very
watch.
entertaining. I know. I want to.
You watch tonight. I think they play tonight, so
What time?
7:30. I think you may have some time
Maybe
to
I
cash
will.
it. Yeah.
Maybe I will. I have practice tomorrow morning, so I don't know. We'll
Oh yeah,
see.
you gotta be
Up at
gotta be
3
in bed
a.m. in the
early.
morning,
I'll usually go to bed at like 10.
10 to 4. Insane.
That's still not a
Crazy
lot of
stuff.
time.
That's-
It's not
And you
healthy.
work also?
Yeah, I have a job.
Jeez Louis.
I work in a restaurant. So then like sometimes
Is
I'm
that
not even
like
coming out.
how many days a week?
Well, right now because of like the school year, I only work like Sundays and Saturdays, but then I'll start getting later. But sometimes, you can't really control.
Sometimes they need you.
Yeah, so sometimes I'll be there till like 10 o'clock.
Wait,
Yeah, so sometimes on
10 o'clock and you gotta
Sundays,
like drive back.
it's not that far. It's like a 10-minute drive from my house. So it's not,
Mhm.
because I work in North Palm Beach in a restaurant called Limoncello. So
Shout out them.
I know, right? I've been working there for 2 years. So it's like,
Future manager. If swim doesn't work
Climb up
out,
the ladder. Climb up the ladder.
I don't know, it's not really
We'll
a
see.
thing.
We'll see what-
It's fun. I like the people I work with, so it makes it okay. But I think it's kind of getting to that point where I'm like, okay,
enough is enough.
I kind of feel bad because I don't get to work that much. I only work like 1 day a week. I work
Okay.
Sunday, but I haven't worked in like 3 weeks because I've been so busy. So it's like,
Do what you
Oh.
gotta-
Am I even
No.
hired?
yeah, right? I'm like, I feel bad. I'm like, I'm not here again for the third week in a row. Sorry, but I was able to work this Sunday, so it's okay.
So now the
Yeah, okay.
cycle restarts.
Basically, yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll see how much. But I'll work more weekdays like over summer. I start doing on June 1st is when I don't have to wake up at 3:50 anymore. So I'm just kind of waiting till then to see. I have to wake up at 4:50, I think.
Great
I'll wake up
stuff.
till
I-
7.
I have to,
It's some crazy stuff.
I have to see. I'm not too sure yet. I haven't like figured it out yet because I haven't gotten there. So, but yeah, I'll get there when I get there.
Alrighty. Well,
Any closing remarks?
any closing?
Go Scouts.
Go Scouts. Well, thank you for coming on the Showers podcast. We thank
Yeah,
you a
of
lot for
course.
sharing your story and influencing all the other young aspiring, swimmers out there. And we'd like to also just thank our sponsor one more time for the swim product.
Try some.
And get some swim gear at SBR. And this is Eitan and I from the Showers podcast, and Logananne Zielinski.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. And we'll catch you in the next one.
Once again, thank you SBR Sports for sponsoring the video. We have the handle down below. They sell awesome tri-swim gear. As you can see right here, they hooked our swimmer up, Logan, with this awesome tri-swim gear. So thank you once again. The link is down below with their Instagram handle, and I think we got the Instagram handle right here. So go check it out, and thank you once again, SBR Sports. We'll see you next time.